Good afternoon, students. Uh, we met in the morning today for the session on Zoom, but since we couldn't record it in the morning, that's why I'm giving you this video clip again on the topic of brand marketing implementation. I'm not going into the flow again of introduction, coronavirus, and things like that, but definitely I would like to reiterate that it is a blessing in guise that we are moving into the future of education. This is the future of education, online education. Okay, leaving all this, coming straight to the point. Brand marketing implementation, as we know, is starting from the implementation of choosing the brand criteria, brand elements, and things like that. I'm not going into the same because we have covered it in the earlier classes. I'm straight away going into the details of the actual 4 Ps, which you need to strategize and implement, right? So, the PPTs, just to remind you, the PPT sample project, everything has been already uploaded on Edge and it is available on WhatsApp also for your reference. So while you are listening to my or looking at my video, you can refer to the PPT as well so that it becomes a hands-on, easy experience for matching up, right? So coming into the branding implementation strategy, as I always tell you that these are the big words which makes our life difficult and we think it's so difficult to do it, but actually speaking, brand implementation strategy is nothing but implementing the 4 Ps. These 4 Ps are definitely a little different from the basic marketing which you have studied earlier, right? So what I want to tell you is, let's start off with the first P, that is the product. Now, as of now, product strategy, we have already done it in first unit also, we have revised it. So just as a revision strategy, what you need to do is, product strategy would be having 3 aspects in implementing. The first aspect is the product designing itself. So what do we mean by the designing itself? Designing itself means making up the product levels. If we are successfully able to distinguish definitely the generic features, the core, identifying the major core function, core level, generic features, and most importantly, we can identify the extra. Remember extra celestial? Yes, that extra celestial augmented feature makes a brand different from the other brand. Remember point of parity and point of difference, that same thing, right? So product strategy, the first thing is designing and implementing the product level, which we have to do. Next, what we would be doing is, how do we distinguish? I told you that Ghadi is also a brand and Gucci is also a brand. Yeah, Tide is also a brand and Cartier is also a brand. So how do I distinguish between Cartier and Ghadi, or Gucci and Titan or Fast Track? So what you need to do is the perceived value strategy. If I want to basically to keep it simple, simply to keep it simple, at product level, we have to identify whether my particular product line falls in under the perceived value product, or does it fall under the CBBE model of generic product, or maybe special product. So a Redmi phone is also a phone, Samsung Galaxy Note 10 or S20 is also a phone, Apple 11 is also a phone. But if I want to distinguish between Apple 11 and Galaxy S20, what I have to do? I have to give perceived value to my customers. That is why a customer is willing to pay, instead of 14,000, 1,40,000. Isn't it? So that's the perceived quality. So perceived quality is my second step. First step, product level. If my product is special, my augmented features should be extra. Remember, I'm not repeating that lecture again. Second is perceived value, whether it's of the luxury status or whether it is of the common status. Common status means I'm not using the word common, it is wrong. It should be competitive status. I have got a large number of competitors in the market, so I have to follow the CBBE triangle model: salience, judgment, performance, blah, 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 right? So that is my second step of perceived value or CBBE implementation. Third step is my after marketing. This is most essential when it comes to branding strategy. This is the step when you connect with your consumers after selling the product. When you are in contact with the customer, either through SMS, through email, through online, through telecalling, or through any other media, when you communicate with the consumer to understand whether the consumer is satisfied with the brand, with the product line, whether they are satisfied with the brand name, whether the brand image and the brand perception has matched. Remember ServQual gap? So whether the gap has been matched up or not, right? That is my third step. So let's have a recap of product. So product strategy would involve first what? First is the product level implementation. That is my designing part, where I would be designing my product features. Second is what? Second is my perceived value, whether I am entering into the market as a luxury brand, or whether I am coming into the market in the sense of competition. But in both sense, remember, brand is a brand. Anything and everything can be branded. So I have to understand what is the perception of my brand in the minds of the customer. Remember, customer will not decide. I have to decide it for the customers, right? From the producer point of view. And third is in after marketing. After marketing is what? When I actually after selling the product, I market myself to the consumer. I understand whether the gap has been tallied or not. This is to do with product. Khalas. Now let's come to the next. That is pricing. Now, pricing was very interesting. I think all of you remember pricing, all the techniques of pricing. But here, remember, when we are talking about branding, we are talking about maybe introducing the brand to the consumers. So we would be considering majorly two types: high price or low price. Now, don't get confused regarding high price and low price. Okay, either my product should be high price or it should be low price. No, the strategy is either it should be skimming or it should be penetrating. Remember, skimming pricing technique is what? Taking the butter from the milk. When can I take the butter from the milk? When I've got something difficult or different from my competitors to offer to the consumer or to the market. So if I am launching the first electronic bike into the market, what should be my price? High or low? Should be high, right? Right. So it should be high priced. So when I'm launching a product which has got significant unique features, basically bottom line is, when I've got a definite unique selling proposition, my product should be high priced. I should be following skimming pricing technique. But what happens if I don't have anything special to offer? I'm just a hypermarket. I am a big market along with Spar, along with Spencer's, along with Food Bazaar. How do I compete? Then I would be having a strategy in branding which is called everyday low price. See to it that you note it down. EDLP. Everyday low price, right? So what do I like? Earlier days, you remember when Food Bazaar first launched the Wednesday Bazaars. Wednesday Bazaar is the Wednesday day when everybody would flock into the market. Why? To get the low price, right? So nowadays, there are Amazon, there are Flipkarts, there are so many retail marketers who would be claiming that I am giving you the guaranteed lowest price offered for this particular brand model. Now, so teacher, you may ask me, so teacher, this is applicable only for retail marketing? No, dear. This is applicable for any types of brand, any types of product. So remember Agni Gel Pen example? When I don't have anything special to offer to the market, my only weapon of the market for me as a brand becomes my price. So I don't have anything special to offer. I can offer you with a special price. So customers will flock into me, come to me for that low price, right? But So there are only skimming pricing technique and penetrating pricing technique applicable for branding? No. When I am already an established brand, when I am already an established brand with an established product, say I'm launching Maggie, or I'm offering Coca Cola, or I'm simply offering a water bottle, what should be my pricing techniques then? All the other pricing techniques. That can be competitive pricing say, technique, seasonal pricing technique, off season, on season. Even to say, Bata started off its history of the new pricing technique for, and Bata is known as a brand for that particular pricing technique. Guess what? Which one? Okay, this is a video shoot, so you won't be able to respond. Right, that's a Bata psychological pricing. Right, so they were the first of its kind to start off with 9.99, 1.99, or I told you earlier in the classes also, like in a dollar store, you get it from $1.99. It actually means $2, but consumer perceive it as $1, some paise, right? Some pence. So these are all the pricing strategies which can be implemented for branding. Depends on what type of brand you are selling, why you are selling, and to whom you are selling. STP. Yeah. STP is most essential here. So you can go for competitive, you can go for product line, you can go for off season, on season, you can go for psychological. Any type of pricing can be implemented depending on the type of your product, right? So that's to do with the pricing. Done with. So recap of pricing is basically when we come to branding, because we are thinking that we are launching it as a brand, we come into two types of pricing. That is either skimming, taking the butter from the milk when you have got something unique to offer. In the morning, Vishal asked me a good question. Ma'am, why do Samsung is a premium company? It's a premium electronic company. So why does it come down on the price after some time? That is because of the reason of this skimming pricing technique. Why skimming pricing technique? When Samsung launches one of its model, it always introduces the model, be it a refrigerator, microwave, or even a phone, with some unique features. Now, once it has launched it, the competitors see those features. Say for 4 months, 6 months, they get to know the formula. They introduce that formula in their own product. So that uniqueness is now becomes common. So when it becomes common, why do I pay an extra sensitive price to Samsung? I go to LG, I go to Haier, I go to other products. So definitely Samsung at that point of time also goes down on its price. Same thing happens with Apple also. Apple introduces a particular price at a high price of 1 lakh something, but later on it goes down to 70,000, 60,000. Now the same Samsung Apple 11 is being sold for say 60,000, which launched at 90K or above, maybe, right? So that's to do with the pricing. Done. Now let's come to the third P, that is my channel. Now, channel is a thing which we students don't like, right? I know. Channel is place. Place is what? Place is the distribution channels. Before I go into the strategy, understand we have to remember the levels. What is the level? There are 3 levels: 0, 1, 2. What is 0 level? All service industries are 0 level. 0 level means what? Means I am a service industry, I am teacher. So you are coming in direct contact with me, you are the consumers. So this is 0. Hospital, doctors coming in contact with the patients, banking, any service industry, it's 0 level. Why? Because the producer is directly coming in contact with the consumers. So branding strategy, brand awareness, perception depends on the face of the company, whosoever is giving the service. But this does not happen for 1 or 2. What is 1? 1 is agent. Who is an agent? Suppose you are booking a flight. Whom are you booking with? Go Ibibo, Make My Trip. So that is agent. Agent, remember, this is very crucial. Agent does not buy your product. Agent always works on commission, right? So Go Ibibo, Make My Trip, or any travel agent will get a commission from the air flight to provide you with the ticket, right? So the onus becomes, or the brand awareness responsibility is still on the shoulder of the producer. Prove me wrong. Teacher always agent is the always works on commission. No. What about franchisee? Yeah. If suppose CCD, Cafe Coffee Day, Baskin Robbins, Gelato, you are opening a counter of Baskin Robbins, you are opening a counter of Cafe Coffee Day. So here you are not the proprietor of the company, but you are taking a franchisee where the atmosphere, the USP, the fascia, the facet of the company would be as same as all the other CCDs. But still, you are, the entire profit comes to you. That is also an agency. That is also a format of branding. So in that case, when you are the sole proprietor of the company, you have to make sure before giving the franchisee to the company that the facet or the face of the company is same. So McDonald's opening in Kolkata or opening in Brunei or opening in New York, we should have the same facet, right? Although the proprietorship is different. That is one. Now coming to the most conventional one, that is channel 2. What is channel 2? Conventional. I am the producer. I sell it off to the wholesaler or the I sell it off to the wholesaler, not to the distributor. Distributor is again a semi-agent. Wholesaler sells it to the retailer sells it to the consumer. At that point of time, my control of brand becomes least, very less. How? Because I don't know whether my Maggi atta noodles would be kept on the first track or the last track of the Spar hypermarket. So in that case, I have to keep a vision and a take and a tally with the retailers. So retailing, when it comes to level 2, you have to be very careful how your brand image is being procured. So depending on your product, depending on your brand image, you have to decide which channel to choose, 0, 1 or 2. You may always say, like you people already presented in your last semesters in consumer behavior also, that Royal Enfield has got one particular showroom in Chennai, not in whole India. So I may decide that I will have one point of contact on a particular airport or a particular contact when the consumers will come to me. But the rest of the, if I limit myself to only one counter, people will be getting less accessibility. So maybe I have to depend on channel 2 as well. But if it is a service, always remember services is majorly restricted to 0 level, right? So channel, what is the snapshot? There are 3 types of level, 0, 1 or 2. I have to decide whether I would be taking a mixture of all the 3 or whether I would be selecting any one, right? So that's to do with place. Now coming to promotion. Promotion, I don't think so you need much of, it's just a recap. Majorly, always remember the highest and the greatest and the most important tool for branding is the last P, that is the promotional tool. And the major tool for promotion or the brand image is again your favorite technique, that is advertisement. Advertisement is the highest and the costliest source of branding. But remember, when we are talking about all the 4 conventional P's, we are talking about advertisement, sorry, not the 4 conventional P's, I mean the 4 conventional promotions. We are talking about advertisement, sales promotion, direct selling, and public relation. But other than that, today, thanks to the digital world, IMC, integrated marketing communication, is playing much more major role than the conventional promotional tools. Why? Because you see, anything, a drop of a hat, something goes wrong, social media is there. So whether somebody in China got a worm in the McDonald's, it would be in minutes uploaded to us in India or somebody sitting in America. So my tools for promotion would be SEO, search engine optimization, DDA, digital display, digital display on social media, PPC, what to say, email, direct selling. All these are SMSs coupons. These are all my tools. But the most important tool for, especially for branding, is uh, event marketing. That is why Miraki also got so many lakhs from the sponsors, right? And you must have noticed that I don't. It would have been nice if it would have been in the class. I would have liked the answer from you people. Can you tell me why Filmfare Awards, Zee Cine Awards, where crores and crores of money is spent on events, when calling the celebrities itself would be so costly, the major sponsor is always a tobacco company or a pan gutka company, Manik Chand, Kamla Pasand, etc. Ah, think, because Bollywood or film industry is majorly for the masses. So when I am a producer of a mass product, gutka, pan masala, they want to reach out to the masses. That is why they sponsor these major events. Although it is so costly, but still they sponsor it. So sponsorship, event marketing is a very important tool for building brand image, right? So building brand image, most powerful tool is event marketing. Other conventional tools are advertisement, sales promotion, direct selling, public relation. Public relation involves so many things. And today's integrated communication mix, that is online PR, DDA, digital display, search engine optimization, email marketing, social media marketing, everything is a tool, a very important tool in building the brand image, right? So here we come to the implementation of brand marketing, the 4 Ps. Let's have a quick recap. Product, starting with product level, that is making the product level into 3 levels, and then whether deciding should be a perceived value or it should be a CBB model. Third is after marketing, after selling the product, getting in touch with the consumer. Product halas. Then comes pricing. Pricing, since we are talking about branding, we are taking it as an introductionary, skimming and penetrating. But definitely, if you are already an existing brand in the market, you are supposed to follow the other pricing techniques also: competitive, product line, season, off season, on season, psychological, etc. All these types of pricing technique can be utilized. Then come place. Place has got 3 levels: 0, 1, 2. 0 is for basically for all service industries. 1 can be also utilized for service industries, but whenever it comes to FMCG, electronic goods, it comes to 2. Depending on your particular brand and your product, you have to select which level, either one or combination of all. Then comes promotion. Promotion we already talked about. Event marketing is the most essential component. Other components are the conventional 4 tools of promotion, as well as SEO, search engine optimization, DDA, PPC, online, email, social media, everything, right? So that's it. Any confusion, you know where to reach me, you know my number, and you are, all of us are there on the WhatsApp group. Any confusion, please feel free. I would be more than delighted to help you out on your queries. The PPTs are all uploaded on Edge, full syllabus, as well as the sample report. By this Wednesday, I want all the logo report to reach me. If not, those people who don't reach me on email get a 0, right? That's it. All the best. Keep in touch. Stay home. Stay safe. Bye.